So now we're chatting about a destination that I thought South Africans would be beginning to get a kind of a foothold on, somewhere that I thought South Africans would know, and that's Zanzibar. But I'm told by Matthew Fubbs, who's here from Holiday Factory, that I'm incorrect, that in fact there's a lot of stuff there that South Africans don't know about. There's a bit of a perception problem. So anyway, I'm glad to have him in studio. Welcome to studio, Matthew.
Thanks a lot, Warren.
Right, okay. So when I picture Zanzibar, I'm picturing kind of Stone Town and some beaches, and I can't be that far wrong, am I?
No, you're not wrong.
It's
a tropical island.
Okay, good.
It's exactly that.
Right.
But I think the challenge for South Africans are they compare it too often to Mauritius.
Okay.
That's what we find. So
Right.
we're constantly having this comparison of all our, do I go to Zanzibar or do I go to Mauritius? Because Zanzibar is the poor cousin,
Right.
so to speak. That's
Okay.
that's the challenge that's how it used to be.
Okay.
In the last 10 years, it's changed dramatically. So you get your backpackers set up in Stone Town, that kind of thing, right up until your sort of 5-star, 6-star deluxe experience. So it's now an island offering the same quality with an African flavor. That's what I like about Zanzibar. So a lot of the Seychelles, the Mauritius type setup is very classy, very professional. So you'll go to a resort and everything works perfectly.
Right.
Zanzibar you'll have a 5-star deluxe. It's beautiful rooms and that the service has got that African flair. So if the guy's a bit slow getting a drink to you, you're not unhappy because he just does it with a smile.
Okay.
It's like African time, but you must relax.
Okay.
And they almost become your friends, the staff and that. So it's really got that type, same as when you go to a lodge in Africa, like one of these bush lodges and that. But what's made Zanzibar really appealing is the price. It's still very price competitive. And it used to be popular. Then one time, unfortunately, there was the demise of One Time.
Right.
Which meant you lost that direct flight. And when you don't have a direct flight, it becomes expensive.
Yeah.
Now Mango flies direct. They've been flying direct for about a year. Okay. So your flight time is like 4 hours. So you leave at 7 o'clock in the morning, and you'll be at your hotel for lunch.
Right, and away from everything.
Yeah. And the biggest news, and this you should put this on repeat when you use it as a selling point, is that you no longer require a yellow fever certificate, which was a huge problem, especially for families. I mean, I've got young kids, and yellow fever, number one, it costs 300 Rand to get a yellow fever certificate. You can't do last minute bookings because you have to get it, 30 days before. And if you don't have it and it's wrong, you can be sent back. That, as of about 3 weeks ago, has been taken away because actually there wasn't any need for it.
Right.
So
well, I know in the UK they give their travellers yellow fever things to come to South Africa. So
correct.
It seems a little bit overzealous.
And it's one of these so now you could come to me and say, I want to go to Zanzibar on Saturday, and you could book it now and you're there.
Right.
It's literally like booking a trip to Cape Town. And so it's become easier to make a decision to go to somewhere different, and it's a good alternative to the traditional island destination.
Okay, well then let's talk about what is there. What are the things? What can people expect when they kind of get there?
Okay, so the first thing, Zanzibar's. People who know Zanzibar know it's Stone Town. It's that history of the slave trade. It's the history of the Sultan. It hasn't changed. Those areas are as they were in a sense all those years ago.
Right.
So you get a really good experience from a point of view of the historical side of things. You can do all those. You can visit the palaces, the spice route, all of that kind of thing. So that's the sort of heritage side.
The more kind of cultural side to the trip, right?
The diving is incredible. So diving is extremely popular, whether it be snorkeling or diving.
Right.
So that's what we do. We have a lot of people going there to do diving, and every resort has some kind of a dive center and that. So the diving and it's always been popular for that, but now you've got more upmarket diving as well because you've got more upmarket resorts. Last month, the first golf course was opened in Zanzibar at Seacliff, and so now that's another first. So now you can go play golf there.
Right.
In a I think his name Peter Makovich designed golf course.
Right.
So you can see so there's that. Then there's the typical island experience where you go to the resort and you can do the normal water sports that they have. You lie on the beach. I mean, the
Yeah,
beaches
eat too
are
much,
incredible.
all that
yeah.
kind of, yeah.
The big thing in Zanzibar is they're very big on all-inclusive resorts.
Okay.
I think there's not a resort we don't sell that doesn't sell first and foremost on an all-inclusive basis, which is, from
Yeah,
a South African
it's a
point of view,
problem,
we are the all-inclusive kings.
Yeah.
So breakfast, lunch, dinner, all local drinks, cocktails, right through the day, and it really flies off the shelf because of that. So it's that typical island experience with African flair, with the sort of the cultural experience, plus your diving is, and I think in one or two places you can even surf.
Okay.
So that's really, and kids are now, a lot more resorts are catering for kids, which was a big problem before because, I mean, obviously the yellow fever and that kind of thing, but there's more facilities for kids and that, and more resorts designed for kids with, 2 kids sharing with.
And 4 hours away, kids can even handle that kind of a flight.
Yeah, I mean, it's fantastic. You can go for a weekend, hey? So because Mago flies Saturday and Tuesday, you can leave on Saturday, 7 in the morning, and you'll be back at Tambo at 7 in the evening on Tuesday. So you can also do a short romantic, it's a lot of people do take their partner away for a little weekend getaway. So
if you wait for one of those niggly weekends where there's a public holiday on the Monday or the Tuesday or one of those little things.
So that's very popular with Zanzibar. But like I said, I mean, and prior to coming here, I always like to just relook at my notes and that, and then you go, okay, there's so much to do. I mean, if you're interested in history, I mean, Livingston, that was his starting point for all his and there's a house where he used to live, and you can go there and you can see it, and the shopping is incredible. So that's traditional old style market shopping, not commercialized.
Okay.
So there's people you can still get not cheap, that's the wrong word, but deals, really good deals.
And what does a trip actually cost there? I mean, what's the
idea? You can go to like a really good 3-star resort, which isn't backpackers type. Our company doesn't do backpackers type accommodation, but we started a 3-star. You can go. So I mean, if you wanted to go next week, you could go with your flight, your transfer in Zanzibar to the hotel, your airport taxes, and let's never forget that.
No.
Taxes, and there would be your accommodation for 7 nights with all inclusive, so breakfast, lunch, dinner, all your meals, and you'll be looking at about 24 March to 2nd of May, you're looking at about 11,300 rand.
Right. Yeah, so
which
that's
is an excellent
inclusive of the flight and everything. It's about $1,000 a day. I mean, that's
so
insane,
you're not going to put your hand in your pocket for any of, when you look at it from tailor-making trips, even in South Africa. I mean, I'm not saying I love my country and I love traveling in South Africa, but that's a good deal. You'd be very tasked
it would cost you the same thing to go to Cape Town or to go.
But you can go to a 5-star deluxe, staying in a luxury villa, with your own pool and all of that, for 30,000 rand. Now, if you had to try and do that in Mauritius or Seychelles, you would be paying us probably about 25% more.
Okay.
Definitely. So it's that affordable destination, but it's not that cheap destination that I think a lot of people think it still is.
Okay.
And lastly, if you're not going there, you should go there, because we're seeing about a 200% growth in bookings month on month in the last 6 months.
That's the word's getting out there, so people should get there soon.
Yeah, because that's, then the hotels start going, well, I'll up the rate a bit.
That's right. yeah.
Which we're always trying to fight.
Okay, so if people want more information, if they want to book this thing, how do they go about doing that?
Okay, so they can go to any travel agency. We actually work in partnership with all ASATA registered agencies. So, your mainstream leisure agencies you can go to, or you can go to our website, theholidayfactory.co.za, and there we've got a lot of information. We've got specials, we've got videos, we've got all of that. You can do a great lot of research, and then all you need to do is send us an inquiry. And we self-package, or we can give you a package off the shelf.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Okay, well, thank you very much, Matt. There you are.
Thank
So that's Zanzibar. Give it a try if you are thinking about going on a holiday to somewhere a bit different. A holiday destination with a beach, but somewhere that's a bit more laid back, a bit more interesting, a bit more different, something with a bit of a cultural twist. There you go. That's Zanzibar for you. So.